Hey guys, my name is X Factor and I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Just One More Game Simulator, also known as PlayerUnkown's Battlegrounds, something that I've become highly addicted to. I'm absolutely in love with the premise of this game, and there's a lot of good and quite a bit of bad that might take a while to fix, which we're going to address today. For those of you who do not know me, I play a lot of squads with Jack Frags, Level Cap, Matimio, 2 Anger Gamers, Sacriel, and Stoddy, mixing it up on both sides of the pond, then quite a bit of solos. Of course, the shenanigans are always hilarious in squad play. It can get rather chaotic, and there's tons of clutch moments, but solo is a different beast. Paranoia over 9,000. Did I hear a footstep? Did I actually see somebody? Nope, that's a bush. Oh yeah, that was a footstep. Blammo, shotgun to the back, I'm dead. I love the constant thrill of this. And of course, this type of game has been done before, whether it's a mod or a standalone such as H1Z1, and it's actually being worked on, I believe, by Amazon. There will be another player in this arena soon. Who's going to master it? So here's the good news. PlayerUnkown's Battlegrounds dev team is extremely honest, open, and transparent, including their community manager. They have a great sense of humor. Don't change that. The other good news is they've sold 2 million copies, they've got a growing community, and they've just hit 161K concurrent users, a new record for the game, and that number's not about to go down anytime soon as people are flocking to this content. It seems to be extremely popular on Twitch because those ultimate epic and fail moments, and of course the banter of squad play, that it seems to be rather popular on YouTube. People love to see the crazy moments that this game can bring. And honestly, it's a ton of fun when it's working properly. But it's come to the light that the hit registration or the tick rate is pretty abysmal and variable at best, which can be extremely problematic. What's the tick rate? Well, it's basically how quickly your client syncs with the server. How many times a second? And of course, the rumor's been that EU servers are even worse, which is not good because there's been reports showing as little as 5 to 10 ticks a second. That is not good, especially when servers are lagging and it's variable. So what happens is one gunfight might feel okay, the next might feel absolutely abysmal. A coin flip, if you will. I think everybody's been killed by somebody they hasn't seen yet, or muzzle flash coming from a tree, or of course the delayed damage where you peek somebody, you take an initial hit, you get behind cover, you're completely protected, then the second hit comes, then the third hit comes, and maybe even the killing blow. That is poor hit registration and just poor tick rate. Easy fix, right? Just crank up the number? No, not so much. More than likely, it's an engine limitation, which would take a ton of budget and a ton of man hours. Hopefully, with them selling 2 million plus copies, this is something that they see as being extremely important. And this is something that a lot of us has gone through before with previous games. For me, I'm a veteran of the Battlefield franchise when Battlefield used to have shoddy hit registration, dying 5 to 10 feet behind cover, kill trades happening all the time. I've been there and I've done that. The good news is this: DICE fixed the hit registration in the Battlefield franchise with Battlefield 4. And up until the latest patch, Battlefield 1 hit registration and of course the tick rate has been absolutely phenomenal. Of all the competitive games out there, such as CSGO and Overwatch, it's considered one of the tops by the people who do the network analysis. Not a lot of fishy stuff happens in that game compared to Battlefield 3, previous Battlefields, or early Battlefield 4. I would love to see that become commonplace in PlayerUnkown's Battlegrounds, because nothing more frustrating than taking damage late or behind cover, or not even getting hit markers, which you guys actually saw in a previous clip in this specific round. It's beyond frustrating, and even though the game's selling like hotcakes, it could be a major downside to the game, which will really rack on people's nerves as they play more and more and more hours. Now, of course, there is server stability and server hosting, which could be part of the issue. And of course, with those reports of European servers having potentially more issues than the NA servers, there could be a little bit to that. But at the end of the day, even when the servers are humming at 10 to 15 tick rate, people are still warping around, the game's still stuttering, and that's nowhere near high enough or dialed in for a game of this caliber. What do you guys think of the current hit registration and tick rate? The next thing I want to talk about is the matchmaking system in Battlegrounds, because there is no alternative. Right now, there is no casual versus ranked. It is all ranked. Why is that a big deal? Because it can severely mess with your queue times and how many people start a lobby. And this is something I noticed on my main account, playing with Jack Frags, Stoddy, and Sacriel. All of a sudden, we got pretty high ranked, and it would take us 10 to 15 minutes. And then the server would only start with 50 or so people in squads. So that's roughly 12 different groups loading into the full map with a massive wait. So what was it like on solo? Well, I got my main to rank 125 and started noticing it would take 5 to 10 minutes to queue. And again, less than a full lobby, something problematic. So I said, okay, how quickly can I get a Smurf account to that upper tier where it takes quite a while to load? And the results were quite startling. 23 rounds played, 11 in the top 10, including 2 second places, 4 wins with nearly a 3.9 KD, and all this was done in roughly 9 hours and 15 minutes of play time. The last one was just confirmation that it most certainly took forever to queue, that of course load a game with less than full lobby. What are your thoughts on the current matchmaking system in Battlegrounds? Are you like me and think there should be a casual and matchmaking option? So if you just want to get in and mix it up, there's not a penalty. Or most importantly, if you have some friends that are very good at the game, you're not penalized by waiting 10 to 15 minutes, then of course getting half-empty lobby time and time again. Love to see what your guys' thoughts are on these issues specifically. It's not all bad news because, again, the developers are open, honest, transparent, and have a wonderful sense of humor. But that can only get you so far. There's some major problems brewing within PlayerUnkown's Battlegrounds that might take forever to fix because they could be engine problems, or they might have a hard limit, and only time will tell. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.